On behalf of Boulder Audubon, first I want to thank you for your membership and generous support. This allows us to provide 2 camp scholarships plus airfare to Audubon's coastal Maine bird studies for teens at Hog Island. This is something to be very proud of because you encourage the next generation of birders. Not only do they hone their birding skills, but they also find their flock of kindred spirits and form lasting friendships. This evening, I'm pleased to introduce Silas, one of this year's Camp Scholarship recipients. Silas is deeply passionate about nature, with a special focus on birds. His interest in birds began on visits on his grandmother's farm. In one of his letters of recommendation, they had this to say about him. Silas is a dedicated and curious individual with a genuine interest in all things related to birds. He was part of my ornithology class last semester at Boulder High School and was both an expert, help other students, and a willing and enthusiastic learner. We were fortunate to have a bird walk on Boulder Creek with Ted Floyd. Ted offered up the class as we set out, something to the effect of, the first person who finds an American dipper will earn my undying respect and admiration. I was not surprised when about 10 minutes later, it was Silas who called out, I found a dipper. So thank you, Silas, for sharing your experience with us tonight.
You're welcome.
Silas is on Zoom. So yeah, so you're not going to see him up front. But Silas, please go ahead.
It's my turn to start. All right. Is my slide on the screen over there?
Yes. Yes.
All right. All right. I see you move around. So yeah, this was my experience at the Audubon camp. What is the actual name of the camp? I don't think I ever learned. I don't remember it.
Call it Hog Island.
Yeah, I know the name of the island. Is that the name of the camp?
I hear a yes.
Ah, neat. All right. Next slide, please. Hello, I am McQueen, and I'm a senior at Boulder High School. Today I'm going to share my experience at Audubon Camp and what I have learned there. I'll talk about why I went, what I did, what I learned, and what I have taken away from that experience. Next slide. I've always been interested in nature and birds, and I took ornithology in my junior year of high school with my ornithology teacher, Julie Thompson, who recommended the Audubon summer camp. Since I've never been to a summer camp or to Maine, I was very excited by this new opportunity. Next slide. Some of the highlights of our day-to-day activities were the long boat rides on the ocean, the hike through the lush and old forest, and the opportunity to see new wildlife. One story I have is when we set out to Egg Rock. It was very cold and fun, and we saw a lot of unique sea animals while we were on the way, like harbor seals, porpoises, and guillemots. On an island, we learned from researchers and observed terns, puffins, laughing gulls, and others. The best part was to see the tufted puffin, which was really rare since that's a Pacific bird. Next slide. Here I have some pictures of some of the birds. We have Atlantic puffins. Next slide. Common terns. We saw a lot of these. Next slide. Black guillemots. We saw these a lot on the ocean to the way to Egg Rock, and I just found them a really interesting bird. Next slide. And then harbor seals. I saw a lot of these on islands far away, but it was very fun to see them poking out of the water sometimes. Very fun. Next slide. I learned many skills such as identifying from silhouettes, quick sketch techniques, and call recognition from many experts. And at the end of the day, we had lectures about migration and ecology with seasoned professionals in a large building. One surprise I learned while I was there is that there were large marine worms hiding under the sand and mud, like the picture shown. Next slide. I had a really fun and unforgettable experience, for which I am so thankful. I highly recommend that other teens who are interested in ornithology attend this camp. They feed you lobster, which is really unique. It was very fun. An experience I would recommend to many people. I had a great time.